Summer of Champions 5. I'm Matt Topolsky alongside Brad Gilmore for the row, and we have a star-studded night of action, and every single match on the card has championship implications, Brad.
Right you are, TP. For the first time ever live on Fight TV, we invite you, the entire world, inside the World Gym Arena for our biggest show of the Summer of Champions.
Absolutely, and we're going to have an amazing card that includes the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Championships up for grabs. It's the Industry, Mick Drake, and DDP's protege, Devin Devine, facing the reigning Tag Team Champions, Zach Mason and Warren Johnson, Brad.
Also, Diamonds Division action. You're going to see the Diamonds Division champion, Hai Yun, defend that title against AQA.
And we have Lucha Extrema for the Texas Championship as the Mysterious Q goes one-on-one with Aiden Cristiano in their 6th encounter. It was supposed to be a best-of-5 series, but things have gotten so incredibly out of control. Now we need overtime, and we got sudden death tonight. No rules. Pinfalls count anywhere in the World Gym Arena.
Absolutely, and the champion of all television, JJ Blake, goes one-on-one with his biggest challenge yet. JJ Blake defends the television championship against Van Harrison.
Also, it's a matchup for Guerrero family bragging rights as Chavo Guerrero Jr. takes on Juventud Guerrera, 2 professional wrestling legends with over 5 WCW Cruiserweight titles between them.
Also, Matt Topolsky, the biggest match in Reality of Wrestling history. The Reality of Wrestling Championship is on the line. The 3-time champ, Gino, defends against the #1 contender, the Precision Tactician, Rex Andrews.
But first, we get the action kicked off right here tonight, live and exclusively on Fight TV, with a #1 contenders ladder match for the Texas Championship. The winner of this matchup, who will climb the ladder and grab the contract that is above the ring right now, will be declared the #1 contender. Will it be Terrell Tempo? Will it be Double AJ Abel Andrew Jackson? Will it be Brian Keith, Chad Skywalker, or the cool Cameron Cole? Brad Gilmore, we find out right now as we head up to the ring and get it kicked off at Summer of Champions.
Well, bam, thank you, ma'am. Here comes Cameron Cole, Matt Topolsky.
A former Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champion. A former Reality of Wrestling Television Champion. And now Cameron Cole has his eye on that #1 contenders contract hanging above the ring. Could Cameron Cole become the #1 contender for the Texas title? It has been a seesaw 2018 for Cameron Cole, but he would love to finally grab that next brass ring in his career, and it hangs above the ring right now. 5 perennial athletes will get it kicked off right here on Fight TV. Thank you for joining us at the Summer of Champions. Cam Cole, Terrell Tempo, Brian Keith, Double AJ, and Chad Skywalker. Bell rings and this matchup is underway. And Skywalker, who turns his back because he's been fiddling with his phone.
Well, you know, we saw Sling Blade on Chad Skywalker. We saw these two go at it just recently, and Cameron Cole was the victor. And now, the rest of the 3 men in the ring are going at it. It's already chaos, Matt Topolsky. We're not even 10 minutes into the broadcast.
Brian Keith looking for that side effect.
On the right,
Abel Andrew Jackson just powers down Brian Keith. On the outside of the ring, we got Chad Skywalker and Cameron Cole up close and personal here. Scoop slam from Terrell Tempo.
Terrell Tempo trying to get this crowd right behind him. He said he's wearing camouflage on his gear tonight because tonight means war. I guess he's prepared for battle. Oh! Both men knocking each other down, Matt.
Double clothesline in the middle of the ring. Chaos here. No feeling out process at all. 0 to 100 real quick. With that #1 contenders contract.
Wait a minute.
Hanging above the ring.
Abel Andrew Jackson trying to grab the ladder. Of course, if you're foreign to the concept of a ladder match, you got to grab the ladder, climb up it, and grab the contract. And then you're the new #1 contender for the Texas title.
There are no disqualifications. There are no countouts. There are no pinfalls. There's one way and only one way to win this matchup, and that is to climb the rungs of that ladder.
Well, here we go. Some strange alliances forming right now. Brian Keith, Terrell Tempo. We've seen them hanging out before. Oh! Wait a minute, that ladder is unforgiving. Steel, and Cameron Cole's cranium goes crashing into it.
Right now, Brian Keith and Terrell Tempo forming a little bit of a tag team here, if you will.
Wait a minute.
Chad Skywalker went for that baseball slide. Oh, and gets a front row view of Steel to the cranium, courtesy of the Cruiserweight Cowboy and Terrell Tempo.
And that, my friends, is the reality of wrestling.
These two working in tandem right now to set that ladder up. But at any moment here, you know it's going to be over, and here they go. It is every man for themselves.
Wait, he's already got a hand. They already got hands on it. Oh, Abel Andrew Jackson there to push the ladder over.
Every title up for grabs in reality of wrestling here tonight. The tag team titles, the Diamonds Division Championship, the Texas Championship, the Reality of Wrestling Championship, all up for grabs tonight. Super kick from Cameron Cole. Oh, another wham kick right there. Down goes Tempo.
Bite me off for you, Togo.
To the outside goes Double AJ.
Wait a minute.
Oh, and a super kick for his troubles. May the force be with him. Cameron Cole on fire here.
Incredible. Cam Cole, though, wasting time. He should have been grabbing the ladder.
Cameron Cole
hit it back to Paul.
Cameron Cole! Get a snapshot of that! Right in your living room, the Cole is on fire!
Matt Topolsky, though, I think that was a grave and fatal error from Cameron Cole.
Cameron Cole, a suicide dive to the outside on Abel Andrew Jackson. Cameron Cole has taken everybody out. You may disagree with the strategy, but it's working right now, and Cameron Cole is just seconds away from grabbing that contract.
Look, the ladder's out of position, and Chad Skywalker throwing that smaller ladder in the back of Cameron Cole. Wait a minute, Matt Topolsky.
Oh, Skywalker from the top.
Oh!
A modified version of a diamond cutter from the top of the ladder, and Cameron Cole is out.
Wait a minute now, Brian Keith back in. Looking to get a little retribution.
This is a dangerous, dangerous situation. Few matches more dangerous than a ladder match. And we have ladders in stereo right now.
Oh! Broken bodies all along the way. Just to get, oh, wait a minute, Matt Topolsky. Wait a minute, Matt Topolsky. Oh, my goodness. Brian Keith still in a very precarious position. Oh! That is not a good sign for any future Cowboys from Brian Keith as Skywalker ascends. Wait a minute.
Suplex with authority.
Wait a minute.
From Abel Andrew Jackson. How about another?
Wait a minute. Can we get the hat trick? Matt Topolsky, interesting stat though. 4 out of the 5 men who are in this match tonight have held championship runs here in Reality of Wrestling. All 4 of the 5 men have been television champions. None of them have even had an opportunity at the Texas Championship as Cameron Cole. Matt Topolsky.
Cameron Cole crashes into the back of that ladder. The amount of damage that has been done to the Cole in this contest. And now Abel Andrew Jackson stands alone in the middle of that ring.
He's going to win. Stand up for greatness, Matt Topolsky. We're going to have a new #1 contender. He's got it. He's got it. Brian Keith.
Brian Keith and Abel Andrew Jackson battling on the top of that ladder. And now Keith has an opportunity to grab that contract.
Here's another interesting fact for you, Matt Topolsky. This is all 5 men's first ladder match in their careers. we go. Here we go.
Sending down Brian Keith, and this has got to be all.
Stand up, that's a point. He's got it. He's got it.
Brian Keith now stands alone. This seesaw contest continues for that #1 contender's contract.
Oh!
Tempo hanging on. European uppercut from Terrell Tempo.
Both these men in a very precarious position. Tempo's got it. Tempo really up high.
Oh, the contract just fell. The contract just fell.
The contract fell.
Has grabbed it.
Wait.
Cameron Cole got the contract.
Cameron Cole has won.
Cameron Cole running out of here like he just stole someone's car stereo, but he's got the contract.
Everyone's standing in disbelief. Terrell Tempo, Brian Keith, both have their hands on the contract. Cameron Cole in the right place at the right time, Matt Topolsky.
Well, right now, standing by backstage is the Reality of Wrestling's own Nancy Perez, and she has the tag team champions Zach Mason and Warren Johnson. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Reality of Wrestling's new correspondent, Nancy Perez. And I'm here backstage with the Reality of Wrestling's tag team champions, Zach and Warren.
Yo, it's Warren and Zach.
Man, that's what she said, bro.
We talked about this, man. You know what? Hey, you know what? I'm not even going to trip, man. I'm sorry, Miss Nancy. Go ahead and ask your question.
Well, tonight you both go head-to-head with Mick Drake and Devin Devine. How do you both feel about putting your tag team championships on the line?
Nancy, how do we feel? Girl, we are on cloud 9 right now, man. We ain't worried about nothing. We ain't sweating nothing. We all smiles right here. Me and Warren, we just out here living our best life. We are just living it up right now.
That's right. See, tonight is Summer of Champions. This is the biggest show of the year, baby. You know, our opponents, Mick Drake and Devin Devine, you know, they walk around here like they own the place. You know, they got their nose up, their chest out, you know, like they've been somewhere, they done something, you know. I mean, you may have a little experience. You may be well-traveled, wrestled all around the world, but last time I checked, this is our house, and we run the tag division around here. So tonight, we about to go out there and show y'all exactly what it is we do. And that simply is
What we supposed to do.
Devin Devine and Mick Drake, a formidable tag team who made their debut here at the Reality of Wrestling just a few short weeks ago. And Brad Gilmore, I understand that they are now called The Industry.
Absolutely, Matt Topolsky, the Dagger, Mick Drake, Devin Devine, now known as The Industry. And what an incredible opportunity they've been given in their second match together on Reality of Wrestling TV. A shot at the championships. Doesn't get much better than that.
Not at all.
Don't mind me, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. I've been off the scenes cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Don't get mad at me cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. You could get you some too. Ask me who I wanna meet, I'll tell you more.
There has not been a hotter tag team in professional wrestling this year than Zach and Warren, the Reality of Wrestling tag team champions, since bursting on the scene and capturing that gold they had taken off like a rocket ship.
Absolutely, Matt Topolsky. We saw them defeat one of the most dominant teams in Reality of Wrestling history, the Heavenly Bodies. And now they are the reigning and defending Reality of Wrestling champions, and they have to be considered the favorite going into this contest.
There is no question about it. Defeating the Heavenly Bodies is no short task at all. The Bodies, former 3-time tag team champions at Reality of Wrestling, arguably the most dominant tag team that's ever walked into this company. But Devin Devine and Mick Drake, a couple of wild cards here, Brad Gilmore. Both of them impressive in their own right as singles breakout stars this year, but since coming together as a tag team, they have been a force. This is going to be a great matchup of both contrasting styles, and we get to take a look at a tag team in only their second match facing the champions with the titles on the line.
Hey, sometimes the rise to glory is a short but steep hill. And right now, Devin Divine's going to have to overcome the speed and agility and the championship level confidence of Warren Johnson.
Big Frog over the top. Warren Johnson, look at that speed and agility that you talk about. Great athleticism. And how about a drop kick, sending Devin Divine to the outside, and the frustration mounting early for one half of the industry.
Devin Divine, of course, we know, with a tag in there to Mick Drake, has been under the expert tutelage of Diamond Dallas Page, but now here comes the big boy in Warren and Zach from the tag team champions. Here comes Zach Mason, a man who almost defeated the Heavenly Bodies in their first encounter on his own when Warren went out with that knee injury.
Absolutely. This rise to prominence for Zach and Warren has been a long, winding road. A long journey. Nothing has been given to them. They have earned everything. Oh! Look at this.
Wait a minute.
Down a 2. Kick out here. Into a beautiful arm drag from Zach Mason. How about another one? Arm drags in stereo. And a drop kick. Zach Mason has got a gas tank on him.
And look, the frustration in Mick Drake setting in. He and Devin Divine cannot be feeling good so far in the early going of this contest. The champions getting the better of them, and now here's big man versus big man. Devin Divine, Zach Mason.
Oh, and this is Devin Divine's wheelhouse right here. This is his game. That's his strategy.
Here we go.
Methodical. Abusive, direct. And right you are, Brad. Frequent tags from both Mick Drake and Devin Divine.
Kick to the gut by Zach Mason.
Here's a tag from Zach to Warren. The tag team champions trying to stay on top of Mick Drake. Double leapfrog over the top. Excellent tag team wrestling from the champs. Center of the ring. Hooks the leg. Cover. Kick out at 1.5.
Signature offense there from Warren and Zach. Wait a minute. Devin Divine grabbing at the hair.
Devin Divine just got a mouthful of it right there.
Oh, wait a minute. Warren Johnson going all the way to the outside.
Oh, look out, look out, look out. Right in front of us. Oh, my goodness.
Devin Divine beating up Warren Johnson in the...
Well, Warren Johnson took a face full of steel post right there, courtesy of Devin Divine. And now Mick Drake jumping all over one half of the tag team champions here. We want to thank everyone for joining us tonight on iPay-Per-View live here on Fight TV. And let you know, still to come, the Diamonds title up for grabs, the Texas Championship, the TV title, the Reality of Wrestling Championship, the Battle of the Guerreros, so much more still to come. You don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, Matt Topolsky, our semi-main event, Aztec War, Chavo Guerrero Jr. versus Juventud Guerrera. A lot of fans excited to see that. A rivalry that's been going on for over 2 decades. Comes to a conclusion tonight at Reality of Wrestling.
Oh, a spine buster from Devin Divine, center of the ring, folds one half of the champions in half. 2 3/4, but what a spine buster.
Zach Mason looked very concerned in that last pin attempt. Oh, by Devin Divine, atomic drop. Oh!
This is very cerebral from the challengers.
Right, you are, Matt Topolsky. I was about to say the industry has cut the ring in half. They're not letting the fresh man get a tag. they're tagging in frequently. For a team who's rather new to tag team wrestling at all, they are working at a very, very high level.
Well, sometimes you just can't explain chemistry. It's like when the Beatles got together for the first time, they just knew how to play together. And that's exactly what it looks like right here for the industry. But can they rise to the occasion and capture the tag team titles? Warren Johnson, reversal somehow, gets out of jail there, but can he make a tag?
Warren Johnson barely getting out of that maneuver. The last second
into the corner. Oh!
But can he get to Zach Mason? Can Warren Johnson get to the fresh man? Zach Mason is begging for a tag. He's losing his mind, Matt Topolsky. Can he make it?
If it's going to happen at all, it needs to happen right now. Warren Johnson makes a tag, and here comes Zach Mason. Like a house on fire here.
Zach Mason, belly to belly. Oh, wow, belly to belly to the big man. Zach Mason's getting fired up. Stinger splash. It's twin.
Well, Mick Drake got out of dodge there. But Zach Mason, I don't think he's finished. Oh, high cross body from the top to retain the tag team championships. Broken up by Devin Devine with a split hair to go.
Warren Johnson getting tossed to the side by Devin Devine. Zach Mason trying to take on both men like we've seen him do before.
Oh no, Zach Mason, a no man's land here. Gets folded in half.
Wait a minute,
German suplex
wait a
into
minute.
a diamond cutter. Diamond cutter, he got all of it cover. 1, 2, the industry has captured the titles. History has unfolded live on Fight TV. The industry has captured the reality of wrestling tag team championships.
And the World Gym Arena is not happy right now. Two new upstarts, new tag team, Mick Drake, Devin Devine, have just defeated Warren Johnson and Zach Mason in probably the most shocking upset in reality of wrestling in quite some time. The industry are our new tag team champions.
Shocking developments here. New tag team champions crowned at the Summer of Champions. That's what this event is all about. Unbelievable. As we come back here live, Brad Gilmore, the industry, the new tag team champions. You know DDP's got to be looking on right now, proud of his protege.
I'm sure he's got a smile on his face, and it was the diamond cutter that sealed the fate of Warren Johnson and Zach Mason. And you know, Warren and Zach are now, the first thing they're going to do is ask for that rematch.
Absolutely, and well-deserved. A hard-fought loss, but nevertheless, new tag team champions. Well, coming up next, the theme of champions has to continue. Every title on the line here tonight. It's the Diamonds Division. The Diamonds Division Championship will be defended by Hai Young against Angela, but Hai Young suffered a terrible stinger out here a few weeks ago. She took a moonsault, took 2 knees to the face, had to be taken to a local hospital. We don't know whether the Diamonds Division champion is going to be anywhere close to 100% for this match tonight, Brad.
I don't know how you can be. That was a devastating injury that happened to Hai Young. And from my understanding, she actually had to go back to a medical facility several days later because she was still experiencing symptoms from that devastating moonsault from Angela. This is going to be a great match, but Angela did get that victory. That's why she's the #1 contender and gets that shot tonight.
Well, it is up next. The Diamonds Division Championship is on the line. We go up to Ashley Bull with the official introductions.
Following contest scheduled for one fall is for the Diamonds Division Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Gilbertown, Alabama,
Here comes Angela Matopolsky, AQA. We saw her make her debut at Ladies Night Out just what seems to be a few short months ago. And now, AQA her eyes set on the Diamonds Division Championship.
And a new look for AQA as well. She is dressed for the occasion here tonight. Brad Gilmore under the bright lights and Summer of Champions. She could be the next Diamonds Division champ.
She's 3 seconds away from Matt Topolsky. That's all it takes. And she could be champion for the first time here in Reality of Wrestling.
And her opponent from Houston, Texas, she's the Diamond Division champion,
Well, Hai Young is not here to win a popularity contest. There's no question about that. But she certainly earned the respect of a lot of people in the Row Nation, whether she likes it or not. After taking those double knees to the face a few weeks ago, I had a personal conversation with Hai Young in which she told me it took her over 2 weeks to fully recover from what happened to her. You know that's got to be on the back of her mind, and even if she's at 100%.
Look at that, wait a minute. Some words being talked to one another. There's a little bad blood there, Matt Topolsky, after that injury.
Understandably so.
Here we go. The Diamonds Championship is on the line. Here we
We
are.
have already seen new tag team champions crowned here tonight. A tag team with only 2 matches under their belt, capturing those titles. Anything is possible, and perhaps AQA could create a moment that she will remember for the rest of her life right now.
Absolutely, Matt Topolsky. It seems to be that we're already in store for a night of surprises. Cameron Cole, the new #1 contender for the Texas Championship, new tag team championships. If the trend continues, you're right, Angela could walk out of here with that Diamonds Division title around her waist. But you got to go through Hai Young. Hai Young has been a dominant Diamonds Division champion. Of course, it took her a while to get to the championship. But she beat Kylie Ray at that ladies' night out, and she has been on a complete roll ever since. The only loss that she's had has been a non-title match to the woman she's in there with tonight.
Absolutely, you're absolutely correct. And the story of Hai Young goes a lot longer than that. There was a time in which she was actually fired, terminated from this company, thought her pro wrestling career was gone, kaput.
Wait a minute.
No more.
A sleeper.
She battled back. Now is Diamonds champion.
Hold on, Matt Topolsky. A sleeper here by AQA.
Well, Angela's going to have to pull out every trick in the book to defeat Hai Young. And speaking of Ladies Night Out, we want to let everybody know next week it's taking place on the Title Match Wrestling Network. So you want to definitely check that out. And some of the stars, some of the female stars of Reality of Wrestling will be in action there as well.
AQA. Wait a minute, going for it a second time. Oh, wow, just hurling Hai Young in the air. Here we go again.
Oh, no. Hai Young being treated like a human pinball here by the challenger.
Oh, wait a minute.
Sends the champion to the outside. AQA springs up like lightning in a bottle. AQA in charge here.
Well, Matt Topolsky, she's already beat the champion once. Who's to say that lightning can't strike twice? Angela, AQA must have all the confidence in the world right now. This match has to be going exactly as she planned.
The challenger hooks the leg to win the Diamonds Division Championship. A kick out at 1. A defiant kick out at 1 from Hai Young. And for those of you who are new to the story, that is correct, Brad. A few weeks ago, just a few short weeks ago, AQA defeated Hai Young in a non-title matchup, which set this bout up here. Can she do it again? This time with the championship up for grabs, running knee to the temple, and the challenger in firm control.
I mean, Matt Topolsky, if you could write out a storybook of how you wanted your first championship match to go, it has to be,
Crossbody from AQA, cover here too. And a kick out, almost like a Luthez press from the top rope there.
the champion with a veteran-like maneuver, going to the outside to take a breather. Wait a minute. Whoa, hold on. Hai Young just grabbing the Diamonds Division Championship. Remember, Matt Topolsky, if she gets counted out, she does not lose that title.
She certainly doesn't, and that, all that respect that I talked about her earning earlier will erode away. AQA breaking the count there, and also
pleading to the referee, saying, please don't count. I'm going to try to get her back in the ring. Oh!
Oh, look at this. These close fists just raining down on AQA. This is about more than just a championship. This is a personal affair between these two. Hi-yo! Oh! Turning AQA inside out. And then putting a knee right between the teeth.
Here we go.
Cover. 1, 2 to retain. Kick out at 2. And if you're joining us right now in the broadcast, we have already crowned new tag team champions, and we could crown a new Diamonds champion here any moment. Hi-Young has something to say about that. Irish whip on AQA into the buckle. Hi-Young like a head of steam. A body avalanche from the champ.
Here we go again. Oh, wow, look at that. Angela bouncing off of that turnbuckle, and now the champion is in complete control, Matt Topolsky.
You almost get the sense, Brad, that all of that energy, that adrenaline early on by AQA is starting to run out, and now the champ is taking the challenger into deep water here.
Right you are. And now, this has to be the pace that the champion Hi-Yun wanted. Slow it down. Hold on now. Angela might have a second wind in here. I was about to say slow it down. Go at your speed. Don't let Angela get this going. Don't let her get a run going with all the agility that she possesses.
Oh, flying knee! Flying knee from the champion! A cover here, and she should retain cover too! Oh my goodness, a kick out at 2.5 from the challenger.
And look at Hi-Yun. Frustrated, complete frustration from the champion. Typically that would seal the deal.
Hi-Young trying to dislocate a shoulder here, trying to potentially break an arm.
You know, Matt Topolsky, you wonder though if Hi-Yun has the chance. Oh my goodness. Hi-Yun is real proud. And I was about to say, you might wonder if Hi-Yun wants to inflict damage to AQA, just doesn't want to put her away, wants to make her feel the pain that she felt during their last encounter. Whoa, hold on here. Oh! Wait a minute.
Oh! A gut buster out of the corner.
Almost a code break-like maneuver. This has to be...
Hi-Young, this has got to be at cover here to retain the championship AQA. Call it instinct.
And look at the
Call it intestinal fortitude. She kicks out somehow.
And look at the frustration of the champion. This is not a line of thinking she wants to be in right now. She does not want to get frustrated and start making stupid mistakes.
And suplex with a bridge.
Wait a minute.
Through. Very impressive from Hi-Young. Looking for it again.
Can Angela counter?
Oh,
Into a DDT.
Spikes the champion.
Right on top of the head. Where we know she got that stinger in their last encounter, perhaps trying to re-aggravate the injury, or just a desperation maneuver from the challenger, and Hi-Yun has not moved.
Absolutely incredible scenes unfolding right here. Live at the World Gym Arena on Fight TV. This is Summer of Champions and the Reality of Wrestling Diamonds title up for grabs. And if you like this action, we invite you to join us back here right here next week for Ladies Night Out. A very impressive card with the Reality of Wrestling and Title Match Wrestling. But right now, AQA and Hi-Young going at it yet again. Where is this third or fourth or fifth win coming from as these two female athletes are just beating the hell out of each other?
Here we go. AQA, reversal by Hi-Yun. And a head scissor.
Oh! AQA with a Superman punch.
Oh!
And one more for good measure.
Oh!
AQA to win the Diamonds title.
Boy, Angela not getting all of that enziguri that she attempted. Got about 35% of it. Had she got 100, it It probably went oh, wait a minute.
AQA looking for this moonsault again. We know what happened last time. It was almost a career ender for Hai Young. Reversal here from the champ.
Oh!
Face first, the challenger planted. Center of the ring, cover two. Oh, my
wait a
goodness. A kick out. A near fall of near falls from the challenger. And this match continues.
Wow. What I thought would have been the end of Angela right there. She kicks out again, Matt, and you used the term intestinal fortitude before. But I don't know what keeps Angela driving, and wow, able to reach all the way to a kiss right
Falls
there.
on the champ. She fell on the champ. Got the cover. Another near fall. Heart, determination, a will and desire to continue despite the pain, despite the exhaustion. The Diamonds Championship and an opportunity to live your dream and your career all on the line right now for AQA.
Wait a minute,
Inside cradle here.
Oh, wait a minute, I thought she had a small package, and now she's going on the arm. She got an arm breaker. She's got an arm breaker in.
Hai Young trying to break that arm and pull it right out of the socket.
Oh.
She wrenches back on the challenger. AQA's gonna have to tap out here.
Can she make it to the ropes? Can she get a foot on the rope? And she does. She does. Hai Young breaks it before the count of 5. AQA finding some way to get to that rope, but her arm has to be feeling the pain. Ligaments might even be torn. Even if she wins the championship, she could be injured. Wait a minute. Hai Young to the outside.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing one of the finest Diamonds title matches in the history of this division. I think it goes without saying right now, both of these female competitors pushing each other to the limit. What does AQA have left? Hai Young down to the outside. AQA telling the referee, don't count her out. It's got to be by pinfall or submission in order for us to have a title change here at Summer of Champions. And now AQA saying she's going to put it away here.
Well, if I was Hai Young, I would have rolled all the way under the ring to try to get a count out here and take a breather. Hold on, hold on.
Oh, wait a minute. Roll up here. Hai Young using the middle rope for her advantage, and the official caught it.
Trying to leverage her weight in order to get a 3 count on Angela. And, oh, wait a minute, another enziguri.
What in the hell is left? What is
Wait a minute, look at Topolsky. She's pointing to the turnbuckle. She's calling her shot. The same way she won their first encounter, she's looking to do it again.
If AQA hits this moonsault, she will realize her dream of becoming Diamonds Division champion.
Oh, wait a minute, Hai Young trying to stop her. This is gonna be all.
AQA going up top. She's going up top.
Oh! Oh my
Hai Young
goodness!
played possum cover here. Hai Young retains the Diamonds title. What an incredible contest between Hai Young and AQA, but Hai Young still the Diamonds Division champion. Brad Gilmore, an incredible marathon of athleticism between these two, and Hai Young continues to prove what a formidable champion and leader of this Diamonds Division she is, but hats off to AQA as well. It doesn't get any better than that.
One mistake, Matt Topolsky. That's why they call it high risk, high reward. But a swing and a miss for AQA. Hai Young is still your Diamonds Division champion, and a well-fought effort by AQA.
Absolutely. Well, coming up next, it's time to get even more extreme. It's Lucha Extrema for the Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship. The best-of-5 series between Aiden Cristiano and the Mysterious Q has to go to sudden death after the last time these two got together. Q hit a running Q cutter on Aiden Cristiano, and they collapsed through the stage. What could possibly happen here tonight, Brad?
Well, Matt Topolsky, if you've never seen a Lucha Extrema match before, the last time they completely tore the building apart, that's Aiden Cristiano and Gino. I'm expecting the same. This is Summer of Champions. The match is up next, Matt Topolsky.
Absolutely. It's Lucha Extrema for the Texas title, and it's right now.
Following contest is a Lucha Extrema match. It is for the Texas Championship. Introducing first, representing La Familia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Aiden Cristiano.
Flanked by La Familia. +1, +2, +3, +4. Count them off. La Familia is growing. And membership and recruitment, I think, will be going very well if Aiden Cristiano is able to capture the Texas Championship in the next few moments.
Well, Matt Topolsky, this is the biggest night for both of these men, and it looks like Aiden Cristiano came with backup.
This is Aiden Cristiano's wheelhouse. Lucha Extrema. Not his first rodeo. His resume speaks for itself in these matches. And to review, there basically are no rules. No disqualifications, no countouts. Pinfalls count anywhere in the building.
La Familia. Yo, I seem to decimate when it comes to the hidden shadow. Pockets have forgiveness, nah, nah. Homie, they getting fatter. King on top of hills, nah, nah. Homie, we climbing ladders. Get this paint spill, nah, nah.
I have never seen Aiden Cristiano more focused than he looks right now.
Love is mi familia. We had to stand up. It could have been us, but my fam showed love is La Familia. Wait, but I've been thinking I'ma be the king of kings in the ring now. I'ma
Texas Championship is on the line, Matt Topolsky, but he has one of the biggest challenges in reality wrestling history ahead of him.
The franchise, the cornerstone of reality of wrestling, the Mysterious Q, a former reality of wrestling champion, former reality of wrestling TV champion, former reality of wrestling Texas champion, and you know he wants that title back. And that title has been vacant for almost 7 months. There must be a winner tonight at Summer of Champions, and no one rises to the occasion in this moment, at this event, quite like Q.
Absolutely not, Matt Topolsky. You called him the franchise, and that is such an apropos name for a man who is the first ever Triple Crown champion in reality of wrestling history.
You are looking live at Summer of Champions on Fight TV. The Texas Championship will be decided right now. Mysterious Q and Aiden Cristiano. What a feud this has been.
You know, Matt Topolsky, you got to think about it, though. This is the 6th encounter between the two of these men to declare the Texas champion. After that many matches, you have to know your opponent, which means you have to innovate. You have to come up with new offense. You have to come up with new ways to outsmart your opponent if you're going to be able to defeat them.
Let me take it a step further, Brad. This is actually the 7th encounter. If you recall correctly, the first encounter between these two is what triggered the Best of 5 series. After the Best of 5 series, we needed sudden death, which we have here tonight. This is the 7th time in as many months these two are facing each other inside the squared circle. You want to talk about shaking things up? You want to talk about innovation? What could possibly be left? We're about to find out.
Absolutely, and as a jam-packed, sold-out, standing room only World Gym Arena looks on, these two men will settle the score. Mysterious Q, after putting Aiden Cristiano through their staging equipment with that running Q cutter, somehow was able to stand up and challenge him to his match at the biggest stage, the Summer of Champions. And a lot of people might say,
Come right over the top from the Mysterious Q. That's why we call him the F-16. At any given moment, he can defy gravity, and it will be bad news for his opponent. And Aiden Cristiano dumped unceremoniously to the outside like yesterday's trash, courtesy of Q.
and Matt Topolsky, here's a little factoid for you. Mysterious Q, undefeated at Summer of Champions. This is his stage. He was at the first Summer of Champions in the main event against the Samoan Beast for the Reality of Wrestling Championship with Diamond Dallas Page in his corner. He then went to Summer of Champions 2 and regained the Reality Wrestling Championship against Fallah Bahh. Last year, he defeated Rex Andrews for the Texas Championship. Will Summer of Champions continue to be the Summer of Q?
Oh, look out. Look out here right in front of us.
Gotta move
right in
our
front of us,
equipment.
we got the Texas Championship. Right here.
Wait a minute.
Double underhook, double underhook.
What is he gonna do? Q, reversal, trying to get to a Q cutter. Oh my goodness. Sending him right into that barricade. This is the one thing about Lucha Extrema. We never know where it's gonna go. We never know where they're gonna end up. Oh, wait a minute, there's Reina barking orders at the Mysterious Q. You always have to remember Reina is somewhere close. Distracting Q.
Well, I would suspect this is just the beginning of Reina becoming a factor in this matchup. Q perched on that top rope, looking to fly here. Oh, no! Into a gutbuster! An innovative reversal from Aiden Cristiano. It could be over right here. Cover. Kick out at 2. Cerebral in every sense of the word. That is Aiden Cristiano. In 2017, for almost the entire calendar year, Cristiano held the Reality of Wrestling Championship in one of the great feuds in the history of this company against Gino.
But Matt Topolsky, in what match? Oh my goodness, that's solid steel, Matt. Cover.
There it is on that diamond plate. A kick out again. A scoop slam on diamond plate steel on that stage.
Wait a minute. Q. Oh, into those steel steps. Reina cheering on. But you have to remember, Matt Topolsky, although it was a glorious title reign from Aiden Cristiano, the very match that he lost that championship in was Lucha Extrema.
Spine first on the ring apron. There is exposed wood and steel. Directly under that apron.
Oh!
A knife edge chop right in front of us.
Goodness.
These two up close and personal here. And Aiden Cristiano just looking at the glare on that Texas Championship. It's so close, he can taste it.
Oh! Fighting right in front of us. Wait a minute. Oh! Matt Topolsky. Oh! first off of the Texas Championship goes Aiden Cristiano.
This is just an appetizer for what's to come, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lucha Extrema. Falls count anywhere. There are no rules. The referee just needs to get the hell out of Dodge and let these two destroy each other.
And these two going back into the ring once again.
Q ducks underneath, Sling Blade from the franchise cover here to win the Texas Championship. Kick out at 2. Holy cow.
Incredible action so far, Matt.
Irish whip reversal here. Aiden Cristiano misses the mark. Look for that high knee. Spills to the outside.
Reyna pleading to her man.
Oh, Q.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
And corkscrew over the top rope. And the F-16 crash lands. It's a hot night in Houston. The Texas title's on the line. It's Lucha Extrema.
And a Q chant breaking out of the World Gym Arena. Oh, both of these men brawling. Q might be going to the well again, Matt.
Why not? Why not? One more time. Oh! A European uppercut from Cristiano is his saving grace. And Q is caught upside down. And he may be out cold.
Wait a minute now. These men brawling on the outside of the ring. That's the most dangerous and the hardest part of the ring. That's where the steel is reinforced. He's gonna go for a pile driver. He's gonna go for a... Oh! Wait a minute!
Oh! A Q cutter on the ring apron!
Oh my goodness, Matt Topolsky! Right on the steel of the apron.
That is steel and exposed wood under that black curtain.
And here we are, cover.
Lights out, cover. 1, 2.
Wait a minute, Reyna pulling the referee off before the 3 count.
Well, she put her hands on an official, and that may very well be the one thing you can't do in this matchup.
Uh-oh.
And Q is fit to be tied here.
We could add a new Reality of Wrestling Texas champion right there. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Reyna shrieking. Oh my goodness. I don't like that. Oh! Right in front of us. The steel to the spine of Aiden Cristiano.
Well, Mysterious Q is a lot of things. An interior decorator is not one of them, but he's moving furniture here, and he's beating the hell out of Aiden Cristiano.
And Reyna was forced to do nothing but just look on as the leader of La Familia continues.
Wait a second. There's Jonathan Vega.
Diego de la Cruz, La Familia, putting the boost to Mysterious Q.
Well, it is all legal, unfortunately. This is Lucha Extrema. The official can do nothing. And you knew it was only a matter of time.
No. Wait a minute.
Underneath.
Oh, Q counter.
Q cutters in stereo. All hell is breaking loose.
I do not believe what I'm seeing. The Mysterious Q. With a double Q cutter to Jonathan Vega and Diego de la Cruz.
Oh my God! A missile drop kick. Face first into the steel chair. It looks like a car accident out here.
Somebody call Walker, Texas lawyer. Because I have a feeling these men have a few personal injuries.
Aiden Cristiano climbing to the top. And if he hits that signature elbow, we've got a new Texas champion.
Mocking the Mysterious Q as the madman from Madrid goes up.
Cristiano drops the elbow. It's over. It's over. Cover here. 1, 2. It's academic. No. Q kicks Cristiano sprints into the corner, human cannonball. And now Cristiano taking this match exactly to the place he wants to go. Drives that big boot directly in the face. He's looking for ground zero.
Wait a minute.
Reversal.
Go for that F16.
And an F16 from the F16. Cover here to win the Texas Championship for a second time. Another near fall. Aiden Cristiano somehow slips out the back door and the match continues.
Mysterious Q has to be wondering, what is he gonna take? Aiden Cristiano has to be wondering, how much more can I stand?
Oh! And a low blow from Reyna.
And it's all legal, folks. And here we go, ground zero.
Q signed up for it. Ground zero, that's gotta be all cover. 1, 2, oh no! Q kicked out of ground zero. Q kicked out of a low blow. And a move. And granted Aiden Cristiano the Reality of Wrestling Championship in one time. And World Gym Arena standing behind Q, but will it be enough?
We have a packed World Gym Arena, standing room only. As the Mysterious Q and Aiden Cristiano continue to brawl, and now it looks like they're brawling through the crowd, man.
Well, here we go. It's all legal. Pinfalls count anywhere. Please get the babies out of the way. This is not for the faint of heart.
Well, this is the same. Oh! A trash can to the head of Mysterious Q. This is the same area in which they completely destroyed during their last encounter.
Well, one has to hope that stage has been reinforced after what they did last time. A back body drop onto the diamond plate steel. It has been reinforced. There is no give. Spine and steel collide. Oh, Q.
Here it goes.
Q cutter. Oh! Wait a minute. Who is that?
That's Max Castellanos.
That's Max. That's just Max.
Max. Oh! Max is now beating up Q.
Has Max joined La Familia?
Well, it looks like Max is one of those hooded figures that we saw accompany Aiden Cristiano. And now, Aiden Cristiano, taking as many precautions as he can, he has recruited Max.
Well, Max just put himself into the match, and the Mysterious Q just thanked him for his troubles and sent him on his merry way. Q cutter, Max is out.
Max is gone, but here comes Aiden Cristiano. Q cut it off. Q cut it, Aiden Cristiano.
Over here, new Texas champion on the way to at 99%.
Oh my goodness! Both of these men have given them as much as they could. And still, we do not have a definitive winner. Mysterious Q signaling to the crowd, Matt. We know what he's going to attempt. The same move that won him the Reality Wrestling Championship at Summer Champions won.
A jumping European uppercut from the leader of La Familia. Aiden Cristiano grabs a chair, which has been contorted so many different ways. It looks like Play-Doh at this point. These two are going to try and end each other's careers before this is over here tonight. A best-of-5 series that had to go to a 6th and final sudden death in Lucha Extrema for the vacant Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship. Q somehow gets out of harm's way.
Now Q returns the favor. experience. And Q. How many ways can you twist steel? I guess we're going to find out. Mysterious Q. Q Cutter, center of the ring on the metal folding chair. And he's going to give him one more. Cover. 1, 2. The Mysterious Q reigns supreme. The Mysterious Q has done it. He has recaptured the Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship. And he has defeated Aiden Cristiano in his own game, Lucha Extrema. Against all odds. Against the numbers game. Against La Familia. Against Max. Against Jonathan Vega. Against Diego De La Cruz. Against Reina. Against all odds. The franchise stands alone as a two-time Reality of Wrestling Texas champion. And the franchise stands tall as the World Gym Arena stands on their feet and applaud our new Reality of Wrestling Texas champion. Incredible scenes. Broken bodies, broken furniture, broken steel. Absolute carnage. After what we have just witnessed, and a new Texas champion has been crowned. Unbelievable. Well, ladies and gentlemen, standing by backstage is the Reality of Wrestling's own Nancy Perez with the precision tactician Rex Andrews, and he has some comments about his matchup later tonight against the Latin Heartthrob Gino for the Reality of Wrestling Championship. We go to Rex Andrews and Nancy right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nancy Perez. I'm here backstage with the #1 contender, Rex Andrews. Tonight you go against the Reality of Wrestling champion, Gino. How do you feel about that?
Nancy, I know you're new here, but when you're going to introduce me, we got to do it the right way, okay? You say the precision tactician, Rex Andrews, #1 contender for the Reality Wrestling Championship. How am I feeling, Nancy? This is the biggest show in Reality Wrestling history. It's overstated sometimes, but tonight it's true. This is the biggest match ever in Reality Wrestling history. Biggest opportunity in my career. Main event of a pay-per-view for the Reality Wrestling Championship. Something that I've worked for 5 years. Since the first match on the first show ever in Reality Wrestling history, I've been here grinding, building my reputation, working myself to this position, and tonight, determinism. Every action leads you to your destination, and this is my destination. This is my moment, live on pay-per-view. Tonight, Rex Andrews walks home with all of the cash and prizes.
Konnichiwa. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't think that the biggest show in Reality of Wrestling history wouldn't in some way, sort of fashion, not have the Bear from Bel Air on the show, would you? Yeah, didn't think so. Now, I know everyone's excited about Rex and Gino for the heavyweight championship and the ladder match and, title matches and milestones and appearances. Chavo Guerrero, Juventud Guerrera, Scott Norton, Booker T, the list goes on and on. But I'm actually just proud of the fact of how far Reality of Wrestling has came. Because, there's definitely been some low points, and it just continues to get better and better with the high points for Reality of Wrestling, and there's no end in sight. But just in case you forgot, maybe I should remind you who helped build this place. It's the cornerstone. It's the Bear from Bel Air, Ruthless Ryan Davidson, and I'm here in beautiful Tokyo, Japan, showcasing my skills and my talents worldwide. And it's a long time coming. And trust me, when it comes to being here in Tokyo, there's no end in sight. because I will make my presence known here over and over and over and over again. But I haven't forgot about the row, and you shouldn't forget about me. So for everyone that's on the roster that thinks just because I'm out here showcasing my skills in the land of the rising sun, don't think that I'm not going to come back. Because whoever I face in the future, whoever that wants to step inside the ring with the bear, just know that when you lace up your boots and you get in the ring with Ruthless Ryan Davidson, something's very simple. You just need to answer the call or get mauled.
One fall is for the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship. Introducing first, from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the television champion, J.J. Blake.
Well, Matt Topolsky, who thought Summer of Champions 5 would be any different? Since the ring announcer can't do it, allow me to do it from Virginia Beach, Virginia. He weighs in tonight at 225 pounds. He is the reigning, defending champion of all television, the Dynamite Adonis, J.J. Blake. Well, here's my reaction to that. It was great to see Ruthless Ryan Davidson in Japan. Now we're looking forward to seeing more from the Bear on his overseas tour. But what do you think about that? The champion of all television, the man who outsmarted, who outcompeted, who out-wrestled everybody. Television, but Brad Gilmore for how much longer?
Opponent from Lubbock, Texas, weighing in at 275 pounds, Van Harrison.
All hail Van Harrison! A titan of the ring, a master of the road. High octane, high horsepower, all business. Van Harrison is about to get his first Reality of Wrestling Television Championship opportunity. His first shot at gold right now. All right, Matt Topolsky, well, here we go. I'm going to be honest. This might be the only match of the evening where the champion, I'm going to be honest, the champion might be the underdog.
You know, I'm very surprised to hear you say that, but I must say, Brad, it's refreshing to hear it. It is. Some honesty from you. For once.
I was talking about the main event, Rex versus Gina.
Oh, you were you?
Yeah, absolutely, as J.J. Blake is the favorite to win this match. And as he goes and he chops down the big man, he will outsmart, he will outperform, he will be the Dynamite Adonis.
Just to provide some context for everyone at home, this matchup was Booker T's gift to J.J. Blake after J.J. Blake and Les screwed the Reality of Wrestling fans and Terrell Tempo.
J.J. Blake taking his time, veteran-like maneuver, going to the outside, utilizing that 10 count. Remember, the championship cannot switch hands.
Maneuver. It's survival for J.J. Blake at this point. J.J. Blake is just trying to survive in there.
Well, it's going to be survival of the fittest. And there's no one more fit. There was no one better than the Dynamite Adonis, J.J. Blake. But Van Harrison has been one of the most impressive superstars at the row. He's going to go for that power slam. Watch out, J.J.
J.J. Blake with a shot on the knee from behind.
Shades of the dirtiest player in the game, the Nature Boy, woo, Ric Flair. Trying to put a sleeper on the big man. And that's one way to win this match. If Van Harrison goes unconscious and still television champion JJ Blake. And look at this. I think Van is fading. I don't think he has what it takes, Matt Topolsky.
I think that's about as misguided a comment as you could possibly make.
Oh my!
Van Harrison, sidewalk slam reversal from the big man.
Incredible reversal by Van Harrison. Able to swing JJ Blake around with that sidewalk slam, and now, JJ Blake's gonna start teeing off on the big man. Strikes, right hand, right to the chin of Van Harrison, and Van is not.
Swing and a miss, and JJ Blake gets a taste of that size 16. The Reality of Wrestling TV title up for grabs here.
Wait a minute.
Looking for that running power slam. Van Harrison, he hit him. Center of the ring, cover, 1, 2, all hail the new TV champion.
Van Harrison is television champion.
He called his shot. And when the opportunity knocked, Van Harrison kicked in the door and took the title. Once held by JJ Blake, finally, a true television champion.
Well, Matt Topolsky, I mean, obviously I'm in distress that JJ Blake is no longer the television champion. But my question to you, Matt Topolsky, is who in the Reality of Wrestling locker room is going to be able to defeat Van Harrison?
Well, we haven't seen anyone do it yet. We saw Van Harrison on this broadcast a few weeks ago defeat Ryan Davidson. Ryan Davidson, for better or for worse, decided he was going to take some time and go to Japan after that loss. And now JJ Blake, in his first defense against Van Harrison makes quick work. We have a new TV champion. Very, very impressive. The sky is the limit. And that's saying something because this man can touch the sky with his eyebrows.
Absolutely, Matt. But up next, our co-main event of the evening, Pride is on the line in Aztec War. Chavo Guerrero Jr. of the legendary Guerrero wrestling family goes one-on-one with Juventud Guerrera, a rivalry that's 20 years in the making. Guerrero, both last name mean warrior in Spanish, and we're going to see war tonight, Matt Topolsky.
Absolutely. Both professional wrestling legends, both former WCW Cruiserweight champions, both have wrestled thousands of matches in every corner of the world. And next, the exhibition will be on right here live on Fight TV at Summer of Champions. We go up to Ashley Bull for the official introductions of the filthy animals, and now he's going to speak.
I just want to say something. Finally, the juice has come back to Houston, baby!
The juice.
Juice. It's a pleasure for the juicy one to be in a juicy house with the juicy people like you. And it's also even more pleasure to be in the ring and step in one more time with one of the greatest, Chavo Guerrero. Thank you, brother.
Well, some mutual respect.
Well, this is a very special treat. What a contest we have scheduled right now live on Fight at Summer of Champions, the history. The resume of these two, the lineage, goes without saying unless you've been living under a rock. Chavo Guerrero and Juvi right now.
Well, like you said, Matt Topolsky, two of the cruiserweights back in WCW. Who could forget the WCW cruiserweights? They put this style of wrestling on the map here in the United States.
Absolutely, those epic encounters. with Juvi Guerrera and the likes of Rey Mysterio Jr.
Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, Chris Jericho, La Parka. The list goes on and on of the most incredible athletes. Well, there goes the juice is loose, Matt Topolsky. The juice is loose. But there's something to be said about generational wrestlers. And Chavo Guerrero is a third-generation athlete. Wrestling is literally in his blood, going all the way back to his grandfather, Gory Guerrero, who used to promote wrestling in El Paso, Texas. Who could forget Los Guerreros in WWE, where Chavo Guerrero and his uncle, Eddie Guerrero, won the WWE Tag Team Championships. Chavo Guerrero was an ECW champion. He was the Cruiserweight champion in both WCW and WWE. I mean, the resumes speak for themselves. I could go on and on all night about the accomplishments of both men that we're watching in the ring.
Absolutely. What a special exhibition this is at Summer of Champions. And these two incredible, legendary athletes.
Hold on.
Both with a combined almost 4 decades of experience just between the two of them, setting the table still for what is yet to come. The Reality of Wrestling Championship in our main event.
Chavo Guerrero, like we said, might be a homecoming of sorts here to Texas. Has been living in Los Angeles, California for the past several years, competing on Lucha Underground. Oh, and a thumb to the eye. Also assisting with the gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, Glow, one of the most popular television shows in the country right now. At the very top of the match, a handshake and a nod from both of these competitors, but as this match continues on, you can tell that pride is the ultimate thing on the line.
Absolutely, in many respects, it's also like a sibling rivalry. I mean, think about it. It's a rare occasion when these two get together and square off inside that squared circle. Bragging rights definitely on the table here. Perhaps it may be the last time these two ever encounter each other in a wrestling ring.
Aztec War as Booker T. Oh, wait, hold on. The Juice. And now taking off his mask, the mask of the Luchador. A long, century-long tradition in Mexico. And now with Juventud Guerrera has unmasked himself, you can tell this is more than just a wrestling exhibition. And those forearms to the temple of Chavo Guerrero.
Well, Juventud Guerrera taking it a bit personally here now.
And these two men, some European-style uppercuts from Chavo Guerrero to Juventud Guerrera.
So here, tilt-a-whirl, head scissors takeover.
Oh, and now Juvi the Juice is getting loose. Wait a minute. What is Juventud thinking?
Oh, the Juice.
Juventud.
Looking like he was going to fly there for a minute, then puts the brakes on. Reversal here. Innovative offense.
Never seen that one before, Matt Topolsky. Double knees to the back of the dome of Chavo Guerrero. As both these men are on the outside, the Juice sends Chavo into the stairs. Like I told you, Matt Topolsky, the longer this match goes on, the more and more these two fight it out.
Handshake out the window that we saw at the beginning of this matchup.
Oh, absolutely. Chavo, Juvi back in the ring cover here. 1. And a kick out after 2. and gentlemen, still to come. If you can believe it, we still have more action after this. Our main event for the Reality of Wrestling Championship, Gino versus Rex Andrews. A championship match. More than 7 years in the making.
And let's think about what we've seen so far here tonight. We've crowned new Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions. We've crowned a brand new Reality of Wrestling Texas Champion. We now have a #1 contender for that title. And Van Harrison captured the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship as well. Looking for that roll through there. And then a kick to the dome from the Juice.
Well, Juventud, I think, has been getting the better of Chavo Guerrero throughout this entire match. Chavo Guerrero has not been able to have any sort of sustained offense. It's been all Hoovy.
Irish whip in the corner. Follows it up with a running lariat. Coming back here.
Oh, Stinger splash. Missed by Hunt. Missed by Chavo Guerrero. Looking for an Alabama slam. Juice rolls through.
Cover here. 1, 2. Kick out. Rolls through again. Cover here. 2. Rolls through again. Reversal. Cover. Another reversal and another cover. Like wrestling in America.
Both men thought the same thing at the same time, and again, wrestling in a mirror is right, Matt Topolsky.
The World Gym Arena, just outside of Houston, Texas. Packed to capacity here tonight for Summer of Champions 5. Pin attempt here. And a kick out from Chavo Guerrero. Drop toe hold there from Chavo. Rolls through here. Looking for that inside cradle into a pin. Cover. 2. A kick out yet again. Some gamesmanship from both of these two in this co-main event here at Summer.
One of the most memorable nights so far. Oh. Seeing things that I never thought that we would see. And it just continues with these two. Like I said, we had Chavo Guerrero on Heated Conversations, and Booker T and I spoke to him. And he said there was always a little bad blood between the Guerreros and the Guerreras. One family always thought they were better than the next. And a high elbow drop off the top rope. And Hoovy looks like he's going to try to end it right here.
A reversal from Chavo. Into a suplex.
Wait a minute.
Oh, we got a little vintage. A little vintage Eddie Guerrero on display here.
He's looking for the third amigo. Can he hit the 3 amigos on Juventud? Wait a minute, roll up.
Inside cradle here. Oh! And 3-time Reality of Wrestling champion, Rex Andrews, the precision tactician, the longest reigning Texas champion we've ever had, the longest reigning TV champion we've ever had. He has been preparing. He has been chomping at the bit for this moment. He has even gone so far as to accuse Booker T at the contract signing of protecting Gino for a number of years. This is a personal affair, and the title's up for grabs.
Absolutely, Matt Topolsky. We saw Rex Andrews at the last stand. He went out there. He defeated 19 other men, including NXT's own Brennan Williams, to capture... Wait, hold on. Wait, Matt Topolsky. Unless my ears deceive me, I hear Booker T making his way to the ring, I guess, for some sort of announcement, and there he is.
There he comes. The boss man, Booker T, is in the house.
And here comes the five-time
Well, I think
WCW
the boss
champion.
man's going to join us right here at ringside.
Well, we at over, your two proteges, the two men that you've kept separate for over 7 years, are about to clash in the main event for the Reality Wrestling Championship.
7 years, man. These two young men started with me when they were kids. 16 years old, 18 years old. Now they're grown men. I've kept them away from each other on purpose. Yeah, I did it. I made sure I put these guys in a position to come here just like tonight. Summer Champions 5, to come out here and shock and amaze each and every last one of these fans right here tonight.
Well, at this time, let's take a look at how we arrived at this moment between Rex Andrews and Gino for the Reality of Wrestling Championship. Oh my goodness, here he comes. The precision tactician, the chosen one, Rex Andrews.
And we have to remind everyone how Rex Andrews got here. He won the last man stand match, defeating all of those other competitors, and had an opportunity to choose any championship that he wanted.
When I was in Japan, I knew whose championship I was coming to take. Behind door number 1, we got the television championship. The championship that I held for a year and a half. Brought it up to prestige. Maybe I want one more run with it. But behind door number 2, the Texas championship. The title that was made for me, the inaugural champion, traveled the country defending that championship. And then behind door number 3, the one title I haven't held.
Rex, I respect you. I respect everywhere you went, every title you won. But you come out here and tell me that you're what a champion looks like, that you're what a champion talks like. As long as I'm holding this title, this is what a champion looks like. This is what el campeón looks like. Marcellus Black versus Gino. Evan Snow versus Gino. Eddie Cristiano versus Gino. There's one thing in common in that. And now we got Rex Andrews versus Gino.
This is not probably one of the biggest matches in reality wrestling history. This is the biggest match that this company has ever promoted. The only reason you still have that championship, the only reason is because you took the easy way out. Last match we had, you knew you were beat, and you hit me with that low blow. Gino doesn't have the grit. Gino doesn't have the determination. Gino does not have the ability to stop me.
The moment has arrived. This is your main event at Summer of Champions 5, live and exclusively on Fight TV. The precision tactician is in the World Gym Arena.
A man who defeated 19 other competitors at the last stand to become the #1 contender of the championship of his choosing. He chose Gino in their first encounter. As Rex Andrews puts it, Gino took the coward's way out tonight.
Say what you want to say. We're going to find out if tonight Rex Andrews' destiny will come to fruition. This is 7 years in the making. The kid looks comfortable, man. He looks relaxed. He looks like he's at home. Reality of wrestling. This is a guy where he's made all of his marks right here. We're going to see if he's going to cash in tonight.
Booker, you've been at the biggest stage for the biggest championship in the land. What do you think is going through Rex Andrews' mind right now?
Man, butterflies, man. Butterflies. He just got to make sure those butterflies line up in order tonight and fly straight.
Clear he will do whatever it takes to hold on to that gold. He is the Reality of Wrestling champion, and he is about to step into the biggest match of his life. It's Gino.
Don't let this young man's age fool you. He may be the most experienced grappler in the locker room today, guys.
Came to Booker T, knocked on the door here at Reality of Wrestling when he was 16 years of age. And quickly, within 3 years, was at the top of the mountain. And he has continued to stay there. He is El Campeon, Vino Divino. It's Gino.
How many times can you will yourself to get up and go and train and get yourself prepared for this moment right here? It's going to be hard for Gino tonight.
For the Reality of Wrestling Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, from Dothan, Alabama, weighing in at 210 pounds, the precision tactician, Rex Andrews.
Incredible ovation for the challenger.
And his opponent, from Monterrey, Mexico, weighing in at 210 pounds, he's the Reality of Wrestling champion, the Latin heartthrob, Gino.
It is almost time. We are mere moments away from the biggest match in reality of wrestling history, with the biggest prize on the line, on the biggest stage, the championship up for grabs right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I see something in Gino that I've never seen before. He actually looked a little bit worried, maybe a little bit perplexed about Rex Andrews as far as that armbar, as far as that leg this guy can take.
Wait,
any point,
hold on.
just like that, right?
Look at that, look at that. Already trying to get into a submission maneuver. And Booker, I think you called it right here. Gino, not prepared to be in that kind of position. That's
Let's also discuss the elephant in the room, gentlemen, if we can for just a minute. You see that elbow pad on Gino's arm. Gino suffered a severe injury the last time he and Rex Andrews locked up. Who knows if that arm is at 100% for this match tonight?
You know, I totally agree, because Gino took the low road as far as taking that low blow. I mean, and when you're in that position, when you're in dire straits, sometimes you will do anything necessary to pull through, and that's what Gino did. Tonight, guys, we're gonna see if Gino's gonna man up, mano a mano, against Rex Andrews.
But now here they go. Wait, hold on. Gino and Rex on the outside here. This is not Lucha Extrema like we saw earlier in the evening.
Well, make no mistake about it. It may not be Lucha Extrema, but it is a personal affair. And these two are going to test each other's limits in this main event for the Reality of Wrestling Championship.
Right now, guys, this has nothing to do with a wrestling match. This is a fight.
And look at that, Rex Andrews outsmarting Gino.
Oh, Rex Andrews looking for that Alabama slam, perhaps. Reversal from the champion.
El Campeon.
Well scouted right there by Gino.
He knew Rex was going to look for that clothesline. Gino tripping up the challenger.
Gino just a step ahead here.
Rex loved that jumping clothesline, but I'm going to tell you, Gino has done his homework, and he's well schooled tonight, but I'm telling you, Rex Andrews, he's no slouch. I'm sure he's been in the war room game planning for this situation right here.
Rex Andrews trying to impose his will on the champion now. Boot to the stomach.
Big shot, too.
Knocking the wind out of Gino. Irish whip into the corner. Reversal here. Series of reversals, and now that forearm and elbow directly on the cranium of the champion.
A lot of pressure right now being applied by Rex Andrews on Gino at this stage of the match, and we're really early right now, guys.
Well, I wonder if that's going to be a mistake for Rex Andrews, not pacing himself, preparing for a long game. We know these two know each other well.
Rex
They've
Andrews
done their
looking for a
homework.
superplex here. Rex Andrews looking for a superplex off the ring. A very dangerous situation here for both of these athletes.
Oh,
man.
Kick right through that second turnbuckle. And what is Gino thinking right now?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Oh, Gino, head of steam. Gino diving through.
Oh, my goodness.
Diving through the top and middle rope.
Wow.
Using his body as a weapon.
You know what that's called, guys? Throwing caution to the wind. Right now, Gino is willing to do anything to win this match tonight and hold on to that championship.
But Booker, you've talked about it before, how you kept these men away from each other. These men are like your children in some ways. How is it for you to sit here ringside and see them tear each other apart?
Man, come on, sometimes, it comes to times when you just got to cut the cord, man. Let these kids go out there and live their lives. Right now, Gino and Rex are fighting for the grandest prize.
Here we go, cover here, one.
And I'll say, let them fight.
Well, a man who loves to fight is Rex Andrews, and now Gino, after vaulting himself through the second turnbuckle, Matt, has taken advantage.
Absolutely, like a human missile. The Reality of Wrestling champion just pouncing on top of the challenger. Some innovative offense, and that's what Gino is going to have to bring to the table tonight against Rex Andrews. Irish whip into the buckle. Here comes the champion. Meets an elbow to the face yet again.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. Cover here to retain the Reality of Wrestling Championship. Kick out at 2.
Guys, these guys are going right now 100 miles per hour. I mean, since the outset of the bell ringing, I don't think these guys have taken a breath. I don't think anyone has stopped just for a moment.
And I have yet to see a game.
Oh, my
wow. Other than to
goodness.
just try and beat the hell out of each other. That's exactly what we're witnessing.
Never stop, never settle until you get what you want. Both of these men want to be a victor here at Summer Champions.
I talked about Gino being nervous here at the outset, but I'm going to tell you, sometimes in big matches like this, you use those nerves, to your advantage, and I really think Gino knows that he has to put everything in the right place to make this thing, a victory, to come out with a victory tonight against Rex Andrews here at Summer Champions 5. Oh, wow.
Stiff shots, some stiff left hands
Those are some
to the ribs.
Those are some haymakers from Rex Andrews. That's exactly what that is. Reversal here. Oh, the challenger is looking for it.
Great counter right there. But
wait a minute.
Double counter by Rex Andrews.
Innovative offense by the precision tactician, Rex Andrews, looking to score a goal.
Start up first, and then puts him into a side suplex to win the championship. Cover here.
Wow.
Kick out at 2.5.
Tell you right now, Gino just kicked out on Instinct alone right there. That belly-to-back suplex right there, somewhat of a side gut-wrench suplex. I don't even know what you want to call it, but it was effective.
It sure as hell was, Booker. That was some innovative offense like we've said the whole night. You're going to have to pull out all the stops if you're going to put down the champion.
And there he goes.
And I love
there
the
he
timing.
is.
Cover here.
Andrews.
1, 2, trying to get a quick cover.
Right now, Rex is not rushing anything. He's just taking his time. Everything right now is just perpetual motion.
Well, that was the first window of opportunity for the challenger, Rex Andrews, after just disrupting the equilibrium of the champion off of 2 impressive reversals. Then he goes for that arm. And this is the blueprint. This is the playbook for Rex Andrews. Isolate a body part and take it apart.
And Gino wearing that elbow pad on his left elbow might as well have been a bullseye.
Gino reversal here.
It might as well have been a bullseye. It's like chumming the water for a shark. The precision tactician has his eyes set on one thing and one thing only, and that's being the champion at the end of this incredible night.
There's no quit, man. There's no quit in Gino. This guy's going to fight to the end. I've watched him grow up here at Reality of Wrestling, 16 years old. And now I watch him, the youngest. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait.
This is that same move right there. Wait a
Rex Andrews.
Little separation from Gino.
Well, Gino removes that elbow pad. He's feeling. Wait a minute.
There it is.
To retain the title. 1, 2. Oh, my goodness. A near fall of near falls. Rex Andrews stays in it. Slips out the back door at the last moment.
You gotta be kidding me.
Incredible.
That right there is the one thing that may, test the will of Gino. Is definitely gonna make him wonder a little bit more. You hit a guy with your finishing move right there, and you kick out, you start questioning yourself.
And Rex now just firing up those left forearms to the dome.
Oh, wow.
Gino saw it coming.
Double clothesline right there, guys.
Looks like Rex is getting, well, I was about to say Rex is getting the worst of it, but both men stuttering.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful rotation right there. Oh, my God.
Rex Andrews responds, running lariat cover here. Kick out at 1, a defiant
is more than muscle memory. That kick out was to prove a point. I got plenty left in the tank. What do you have?
Booker, have you ever seen two men test each other's wills like this before?
It just goes to show how much these young men want it. You know, to go and study the guy like the way both of these young men have him in the counter, double counter, triple counter. It's been an awesome contest, and I don't think it's going to be over anytime soon, guys.
Referee got up to a count of 8 there.
Oh, look at this. This is not a place Gino want to be right here.
Oh. And Gino connects on the back of the dome yet again. Those shots have got to start adding up. Rex Andrews has been hit on the top of the head, the back of the head, the temple, time and time again from the champion. They've got to be adding up. Rex Andrews somehow back to his feet again.
Back to a vertical base. Some overhand chops.
I tell you guys, you cannot come into a match like this without game planning, without strategy, without a lot of studying. You can tell both of these young men are well equipped for this task tonight.
Gino.
Oh, I've seen this move right here.
Wait a minute, reversal here from Gino.
Wait a minute. This could be all if he hits this. Incredible.
To retain the Reality of Wrestling Championship 2. Oh my goodness. Another kick out from Rex Andrews. What is it going to take?
2 and 15/16. We are a split second away, a hair away. Gino with some clubbing blows gets out of a precarious situation, and here it goes. Is he going to finally hit what he's been looking for? Alabama slam! The spine bouncing off the mat like a basketball.
Rex Andrews looking to pounce. Puts the champion on the top rope.
No, Booker, no.
It's a young man right here, Rex Andrews, that wants it. He can taste it right now.
A side superplex from the
just
top.
out of cover. This could be it.
1, 2 to become Reality of Wrestling champion. Gino, muscle memory, kicks out. The match continues.
I have never seen two men go to such extreme lengths to better the other one, to win the championship. This is the first time Rex Andrews has been in the main event at Summer of Champions, and he wants to make it a memorable one.
This is Rex Andrews wants to win that championship. Rex Andrews has never been the Reality of Wrestling champion. Gino is 3 times the youngest Reality of Wrestling champion in their history. This is a man that's got something to prove. That's Rex Andrews.
A man that's got something to prove and nothing to lose. A dangerous combination. And what has he got here?
Gino ran right into that attempt on the arm bar yet again. Oh, and another shot to the top of the head.
Wait a minute. Gino.
Oh,
second row.
Oh, my.
Scarlet letter from the tree and wall. Cover here. 1, 2 to retain. Rex Andrews gets his foot on the middle rope. Incredible ring awareness.
You know, I think Gino made a mistake right there by trying to over-rotate that cover. I think Gino just made a mistake right there.
And I think Gino knows that. You can see the look in his eyes.
Dueling chants in the World Gym Arena, but Booker, you are absolutely correct. The deep hook of that leg allowed Rex to shift his body weight and place his foot on the rope, breaking the count. Oh!
Rex Andrews rolls through.
And looks like he's trying to get a rear naked choke on him. And I can't see Gino blocking it here, but just barely.
That mistake by Gino just left him bewildered, and now he finds himself in a bad position. With Rex Andrews on
Rex Andrews!
Can he flip it?
Through that arm bar, he's got it!
Gino's got his hands locked. Rex is trying to break the hold. Can he do it?
Those fingertips are keeping Gino in this matchup right now. Rex Andrews treating the champion like a human jungle gym.
reversal by Gino. He got
Rex Andrews.
A back suplex over the top to the outside. The challenger is down.
And now Gino, wait, look at this, man. Gino just watching Rex Andrews sitting down, taking a breather. Wait, I think Gino might want to get, I think Reno, yeah, look at him. Gino wants Rex Andrews counted out.
Hey, man, that's just called champions advantage right there. If Gino holds on to the champion, there's no shame in winning a championship like this. Not at all.
Respectfully, Booker, I disagree. It's taking the low way out. You can't beat a man, so you just let him get counted out.
It's up to a count of 7 here. Rex Andrews
barely moving.
Rex Andrews trying to get back to that ring apron. He's got 1 second to do it.
And he made it back in.
He's back in the ring.
At the last possible moment. Less than a second away.
Oh, Gino is furious.
Champions advantage right there, guys. It's a smart move right now. He's got Rex Andrews in a bad position. He can just finish him off right now, guys.
Here we go, another Scarlet Letter, the third of the match.
Oh, Scarlet Letter for Rex Andrews.
Wow.
Rex Andrews hit Gino with his own move cover here to win the championship. Oh my goodness, 2 and 99%.
Wow.
See-saw battle. What is it gonna take? Rex Andrews thought he pulled a rabbit out of the hat by hitting Gino with the Scarlet Letter, but Gino kicking out. Incredible.
No one has grabbed a hold or taken a breather in this match. It's just all-out war between these two. This is a fight right here. This is for the Reality of Wrestling Championship.
Wait, now Rex, once again, if he can flip Gino onto his back, he's gonna lock in that armbar.
Gino got it blocked. He got all the weight on the upper side of Rex Andrews.
Going again for the Scarlet Letter missed.
Oh, he missed it this time. Rex looking for that armbar, center of the ring. Can he break the fingertips? Can he break the fingertips and climb to the promised land?
He's trying. Can he do it? Gino has an iron grip. And once again able to evade Rex Andrews, and props to the Reality of Wrestling champion.
Oh, Gino's
now looking for his own submission.
It goes to show how much Gino has prepared for that, that arm bar, that P-lock, that leg, that ankle lock. He's preparing himself for this moment, and now Rex Andrews could tap himself.
Gino trying to out-grapple the precision tactician and successfully defend his title.
Rex Andrews screaming in pain. That low back has to be bending in a way it was not meant to. The leverage of Gino's weight, and now Gino looking for a crossface.
Gino trying to out-wrestle, out-grapple Rex Andrews and defend that title. A crossface in the center of the ring.
I think that could be a mistake right there for Gino. Gino should stick to what he knows best, and that's staying on his bicycle, man, keeping his feet moving at all times.
Rex Andrews gets his hand on that bottom rope, breaks the hold, and the match continues.
But how much damage was done? How much damage was done with a combination of those submission maneuvers on Rex Andrews?
I mean, how much damage has been done to both of these athletes? They've been beating the hell out of each other for over 20 minutes, non-stop.
A sold-out, standing-room-only crowd watches on.
This crowd is rabid right now, man.
Oh! Wow! A running enziguri.
Gino, head of steam yet again. Oh my goodness! Another shot connects flush. He's looking for perhaps one more Scarlet Letter to call it a night.
Oh wow!
Look at that! And Rex just collapses, not able to.
Oh no, Rex Andrews! He was playing possum. He was playing possum. Rex Andrews has got it.
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh!
Gino taps.
Rex Andrews, the taker of arms, the taker of titles, and the taker of the Reality of Wrestling Championship.
Incredible.
Wow.
Booker T, your immediate reaction. Rex Andrews is now Reality of Wrestling champion.
Hey, congratulations. Congratulations, Rex Andrews. He's worked his butt off 7 years for this moment. This is the culmination of what 7 years of hard work will do for you. So take nothing away from Gino. He's been a great champion, 3-time Reality of Wrestling champion right now. And the new Reality of Wrestling champion. There he is, guys.
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Rex Andrews was once exiled from this company to India. He returned, became an ambassador for Reality of Wrestling in Japan, became the first Texas champion, and tonight, Rex Andrews becomes a Triple Crown champion as he captures the Reality of Wrestling title.
What a crowning achievement on what's been perhaps the best year in Rex Andrews' career. Winning the last stand, going to Japan, being the chosen one, and now winning the Reality of Wrestling Championship as Booker T gets up from the commentating table. Oh, look at this, Booker T now joining Rex Andrews in the ring. Booker's referred to Rex Andrews as a son, a man he's looked up to. This Booker T. Booker has looked after Rex Andrews, coached him, trained him, got him to this moment. And Booker giving his sign of mutual admiration, or admiration to Rex Andrews.
Ladies and gentlemen, an epic night, a historic night for independent professional wrestling, for the Reality of Wrestling, and for the Row Nation. From all of us at the World Gym Arena.
Hold on 1 second, Matt Topolsky. Will Rex Andrews shake the hand of Booker T?